Welcome, vegans, sugar haters, and sugar lovers, all alike. So, here we have the sugar cult growing with Cole Robinson. He was formerly advocating the snake diet, which I don't know really what it is because I wasn't into it. But I believe he's from the keto, low carb world. But now he's flipping the script, and it's good to have people join the sugar diet world, the high carb, low fat vegan lifestyle. And here we are, how to lose 45 kilograms in 100 days sugar fasting. Let's analyze where I agree with Cole Robinson and where we disagree.
Hey, fatty! Sugar fasting is a weight loss weapon.
Yeah, fatty! Sugar fasting is a weight loss weapon. I agree 100%.
Once you learn how to sugar fast, not so much learn, but not be a little bitch and scared of sugar,
Yeah, the sugar phobia is real. Everybody's fearful of sugar, too much sugar. So now it's good to have some voices pumping out the truth and taking away the phobia of sugar.
sugar phobia, have muscle loss phobia. Once you beat all that bullshit and you're not afraid to run your
Well, that's where I had some comments like, "You're losing weight, but you're losing muscle." No, I'm losing weight, I'm losing fat.
body on pure sugar. Sucrose. Sucrose. Okay, we're
Sugar is sucrose, 50% glucose, 50% fructose. That's just what sucrose is.
talking fruit sugar. We're talking fruit. We're talking table sugar. It's all fruit sugar. It's all sucrose. Honey. Jam.
That's where we disagree. I'm not into honey. I don't think that it's particularly good for your teeth. And plus, it's not vegan, so it's not good for your morals. If you care about animals, avoid the honey.
Okay, sugar. Okay, vegetables. Okay, once you have that weapon, all the weight that you'll ever lose, you'll never gain a pound back ever again.
That's true. It's very hard to gain weight on this diet. You gotta be very little active, as little as possible, and include fat into your diet and really fill up. I eat to satiation every day. I don't gain weight. It's very hard to lose weight, he will say that too, but I don't gain weight.
Ever again. What's this gonna look like once you're lean as hell from all the sugar fasting? It's gonna look something like this. Sugar fasting is one protocol. Okay, you can sugar fast for 100 days, you fat pig, if you're super fat. Easy. Easy. Straight sugar.
It is easy to follow because you're always able to eat to satiation, and you're satiating your sweet tooth. Yeah, you're being in line with what your body needs.
Sugar. Straight fruit. No starch. Crazy weight loss.
Starch, yeah, probably he's right. Maybe starch is like making the weight loss slower. Yeah, if you're on pure sugars, fructose, sucrose, glucose, it might be easier and faster to lose the weight.
Then once you get ripped, then you play. So you have your sugar fasting days, your sugar days, the pure sugar diet, 100% sugar diet days.
I gotta try that out, man. This sounds like I'm just doing the high carb, low fat. I'm eating rice every day, noodles, pasta, bread.
And then you have your low fat days. Obviously, the sugar days are completely zero fat and next to no protein. Then you have your low.
That's of course the best approach. Like limit the fat as much as possible and the protein. So if you just have sweets, candies, sugar, fruit, and juice, you're at almost zero protein and zero fat.
Low fat days, crazy low fat, lean meat, vegetables.
That's where I disagree massively. It's on the meat, of course, for a vegan. It is unacceptable Yeah, because you cannot justify eating meat for any reason, any purpose, be it for weight loss or whatever. You cannot justify. Try to find a justification. I challenge you, and we can have a debate about it, of course, if you want. Yes, no meat.
Fruit, starch. You're always watching the scale. Okay, if the scale starts creeping up, make an adjustment, you fat pig. Then you have your oddball dirty day.
The scale won't really go up. It might stay fixed and go down very slowly. So that's where you want to make adjustments on how fast you want the weight loss to happen.
Christmas dinner, an outing.
No exceptions. No Christmas dinner, no outings, no stuff like that. And it's not needed. You don't have that binging feeling even if you're fueling right every day.
Hey, where you eat complete shit. Where you eat complete shit.
That's where I disagree. Don't need to include days where you eat complete shit. You have morals, you have standards. You don't need to let them fall apart just because you're on a social event or it's Christmas or you have family or whatever.
But because you have that sugar fasting weapon, weight loss.
You have the sugar fasting weapon, and you shouldn't see it like you have that weapon so you can drop, like, have days where you do bad stuff, but because the next day you have the sugar weapon. No, you still have the standard to do your best every day, any day.
Weapon, a nuclear bomb for weight loss. Okay, we're talking sugar bomb city on the sugar only days. The way I like to do those days is sugar bomb in the morning, sugar bomb at night. Don't skip breakfast. Don't go to bed hungry. Adjust it how you want. If you want to do 3 meals
He's right, completely right. Don't go to bed hungry. No need to do that.
days straight sugar, go ahead. Is the scale dropping? Okay? Once you have that weapon, you can always jump on it. So say you have a complete blowout where it's...
What does it mean you can always jump on it? It's like jump on it as long as you need it. Of course, once you're fucking ripped and lean, why would you need it anymore? You know, then you can add fat to your diet and protein and stuff. But as long as you need it, he's probably right. Even I'm gonna think about it. I gotta try it out.
It's like Christmas dinner or outing where you have maybe you have a large pizza and drink a case of beer. Okay?
Yeah, large pizza depends on what kind of pizza. You can have the low fat, low carb, high carb, low fat vegan pizza, of course, and this won't set you back in any way, shape, or form.
The dirtiest evening ever. You jump on the sugar faster.
Beer won't set you back. It's not good because it's got alcohol, but it won't make you gain fat or anything like that because it doesn't have any fat. It's pure. Beer is basically pure sugar, yeah, because it's alcohol and it gets metabolized in a similar way as sugar.
2 or 3 days. Because now you're not scared, you little bitch. This is about fear. This is about fear. You've been brainwashed.
All my friends were, you can't have so much sugar, you're gonna get fat, you're gonna get diabetes, I'm worried about you, this and that. Look at me, like years later, no diabetes, best sugar levels. I'm still a little bit fat, I gotta find the way to make that happen quicker. I lost already 20 kg, but there's a long way to go. Another 30 kg would be optimal.
You've been brainwashed. You've been brainwashed thinking that sugar's bad, which is bullshit. Your body runs on sugar, you idiot. Okay, you're scared of carbs.
That's the biggest misconception. It does run on sugar. So why would you think that sugar is bad if your body needs sugar? That's the biggest lie that was able to be told out there, and so many people believe it. And there's also this cognitive dissonance between table sugar being different than sugar from carbs, from pasta, from fruit even. No, it turns in the same in the body. Okay, fructose is metabolized differently than, for example, glucose, so we can make a distinction there. But basically, table sugar is like is 50% glucose and 50% fructose.
Okay, you're scared of sugar. You're sugar phobe. Because all the bullshit, all the low carb bullshit that's flooded the internet.
Dude, I I don't want to be like bad, but I think you contributed to it. So now it's good that you flipped the script, man. Good on you.
Once you have that weapon, and this is where you learn it, is right here on this channel. Okay, bust out a long sugar fast. If you get hungry, eat more. Go for days in a row. Days in a row. Okay, don't
Days in a row, man. He's got it completely right.
worry about restricting like a bastard on any given day. More days
No restriction.
in a row. If you crave salt, okay, you don't need to pound in the salt like you would on a zero carb diet. Okay, because you're not just going to dump it. When you're consuming the sugar, the body properly holds on to the salt. So you don't need snake juice all the time. If you want to support me, buy some snake juice. But when you crave salt, get it in. You're either
He's still setting his snake juice. I don't know what the snake juice is, but it doesn't sound right.
going to crave sugar or salt until you're ripped. Okay, that's when you'd add in the lean meat. That's when you can have the dirty day when you're already.
No lean. Yeah, okay. Once you're lean, yes, okay. Skip the meat, but yeah, you can have your like your dirty days. How it says, like chip bags of pizza or vegan burgers, stuff like that. You know, that's fine. It's fine.
Ripped and your metabolism is as fast as a 10-year-old kid. You've officially unfucked your metabolism with
Completely right. You have unfucked your metabolism. If you feed it properly with sugar, you get your hormones in balance. Your TSH levels are right. Your thyroid is working properly, and you can activate the weight loss. And you can activate the max power efforts on the bike on the hills.
pure sugar. Sugar fasting. That's what your week would look like once you're ripped. You'd have some sugar days. You'd have maybe the odd dirty day. And then most of the days would be your low fat days. Your regular low fat diet, you fat pig. Cut the fat out of your fucking diet. Then you might have a dirty day where there's a pile of fat. Who gives a shit? Okay? It's fine.
It's good, yeah. It's like making promises, so you don't want to miss out on your fat days. So it's promising you if you keep at it, you can have your fat days at the end once you're ripped, and that's okay. That's true, yes. But the main goal, I would say, is like to get ripped, have a good quality of life, being lean. But it's not only like being lean; it's like having the energy, the power, the motivation to do stuff, to live life. You know, if the only way to live life was to be fat and happy and having the power and the motivation and everything, but the only way was to be fat doing that, then people would be fat and do that. But luckily, we have the way to do it in a lean way.
It's fine because you have that weapon. Sugar fasting. Sugar fasting. Consuming pure sugar will get you skinny as a.
That's good. It's the reverse brainwashing. Sugar fasting. You can have sugar, eat sugar. You know, repeating the message over and over again so you gain the confidence that you are on the right path.
Toothpick. And then you add in the lean meat. Okay, for all the people that are worried about nutrition.
Skip the meat. Don't need to harm animals just to satisfy your tooth, your hunger.
Nutrition. You're fat, fatty. The fatter you are, the less nutrients you even need, fat pig. Once you're lean, we're eating lean meat still. Okay, you're having the odd dirty day. You're eating a pile of fruit and vegetables. There is no issue with nutrition. Not to mention, once you're lean, your nutrition partitioning is way more efficient, you fat pig. You know how many fat pigs just shit out all the nutrients? Because you're overloaded, fatty. You're overloaded. The human body's amazing at holding on to nutrition when you're actually lean. And you have crazy insulin sensitivity. Okay, because you're not blunting everything out with a pile of fat in the diet. That's the goal, what this should look like. Okay, the fatter you are, you want more sugar fasting days until ripped. Once you're getting closer to ripped, the sugar fasting days will drop, and you'll be mainly running a crazy low-fat diet, lean meat, vegetables, fruit, starch, a clean diet.
Okay, the message is repeating itself. I think we heard most of it. The most important thing, yes, it's that the script is flipping. I don't know on how many like bodybuilders, influencers, stuff like that. It's gonna be flipping, but it's going in the right direction, and I salute that. I agree. My kudos from me, and keep up the sugar intake. Don't let yourself fall victim to the sugar phobia. Thanks for watching, and I see you in the next one.